Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning. It's bright, it's sunny. In fact, it looks amazing out there. It's still a bit chilly, I think. I went
Yeah.
outside earlier on and I thought in my pajamas. I thought, oh, this is really cold. And I went back in again, just really quickly. So, what are we here to talk about today? I thought it might be a good idea, given that we're all now working from home and trying really hard to adapt to this new environment of not being able to leave your house and still needing to run a business and still having to generate an income. And you need to serve your customers, you need to change your offering very slightly. So it's kind of changed the way we are looking at everything and the way we have to think about our business. So I've been having a few conversations with people over the last week, or we both have, haven't we, Harry, about what to do and the impact that COVID-19 has had on our businesses. So, how it changes the way you need to think about business. And for some people, it's been relatively easy and relatively straightforward. If we are going to keep our businesses going, we have to make sure we help our customers keep their businesses going. So, how do we change what we do to adapt to our customers' changing requirements? So, there's a number of things that we've done, for example. So, I wanted to show you what, or talk you through what we've done so that that can give you some ideas of what you might be able to do. So, Harry, have you had any conversations with anybody in the last week about the impact on their business and thought about the way we could change the way we run our business to help our clients?
Maybe one or two, definitely. I think hot topic of the week, unsurprisingly, is that pretty much every single query I've had is related to COVID-19 in one way or
Yeah.
another. Not so much, sometimes it's the government stuff and changes in legislation, and other times it's just sort of understanding what they're actually looking for and how to adapt. So actually, I think the whole aspect of business has kind of changed dramatically in the last week, especially, where actually it's completely changed people's perspective, how they're working with their clients and what they need to do. So with us, I'd say it's massively changed how we are interacting with our clients and some of the ways in which we help our client as well.
Yeah, so I sent one of the things that's really, really important at the moment is communication with the client and making sure that they know that you're still there. Particularly at the moment, if you just drop off the radar when everything does get back to normal and you haven't spoken to them for a couple of months, it's just not going to work, is it? It's not going to help you build your business or theirs. So let me talk you through some of the things that we've done. So I've been sending little updates out to clients. Sent two or three out last week about the financial measures, for example, and helping our clients understand what those financial measures mean. Understanding what they mean for specific circumstances and how we can help them. One of the things that has been happening, certainly for me, is I've had lots of one to one queries asking the same questions. So, to try and make it more efficient for me and try and make it more efficient for the clients, I've spent the whole weekend building like a COVID-19 hub on our website with a rolling tracker and different web pages on what it might mean if you're a sole trader or what it might mean if you're a director shareholder. And then you'll have seen the videos that I recorded last week, and I've embedded those. I've released them all to YouTube. I've embedded those into the website. So then today, my job is to start emailing each of the clients in each particular category. So I'll send an email out to all sole traders, and I'll send an email out to all director shareholders so they can understand what these changes mean to them. So what I've had to do, what Harry and and Tom have had lots of conversations on last week, is who is most impacted by these changes and what can we do to help them not only understand what financial measures they might be entitled to, but also to help them understand how we can help them apply for them. So, for example, on Friday we were helping a couple of clients furlough staff, weren't we? And looking at the implications of, you know, the writing to them, sending the letter, what you had to do in what stages. It's relatively straightforward, but at the moment you can't claim the 80% job retention scheme monies for your staff. So we've had to help our clients, you know, work out what that 80% is, work out how to track that so that when the portals are open, we can help the clients then apply for them. And it'll be the same in your business. Stuff has changed. So what is it that you're doing? What problem does the client still have? And how can you help them adapt to that challenge?
Yeah.
I think one of the things that's a really hot topic at the moment is Joe Wicks, isn't it? Everybody's doing PE with Joe Wicks at 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, he's in a position where, you know, and we're assuming here that he probably doesn't need to maintain an income level for the next 3 months. We're assuming that his business has done well enough with his books and his online courses and his memberships and all that kind of stuff that he probably isn't on the breadline and isn't going to run out of money imminently. So what he's doing is this free online PE. Everybody is talking about it. Hundreds of thousands of people are following his free routines during the day on and doing their own PE. I've seen people in my Facebook feeds, you know, posting pictures of them flat out on the floor after doing one of his PE sessions, or you know, memes with letters where grown adults are writing to their PE teacher Joe Wicks and asking to be excused because they can't effing walk after doing his workout, which, you know, did make me laugh quite loudly last night in the middle of a film. So there's lots of things that people are doing out there to adapt to this new environment. Now, what he's doing is free, granted, and it's not going to generate him income at the moment, but what it is doing is making him relevant and making him interesting and making him current, and he's the hot topic and everybody's talking about him. So if he releases a new book or if he releases a new membership, everybody is going to join it, aren't they? They're all going to buy it. What he's creating is interest and momentum and excitement and a distraction from what's going on at the moment. Bloody brilliant marketing though, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant marketing. Do some free stuff.
Traffic got from that as well.
Just insane. What can we do in our little businesses to take advantage of that and to, you know, be inspired by that and follow that kind of initiative? You know, some of us need money straight away. I've talked to some businesses that have literally crashed and they've lost their entire client base overnight. Yet others are adapting, they're surviving, they're you know, maintaining their customer service levels, but they're just doing it differently now. One of the other things, sorry, what were you going to say, Harry?
I was going to say, I think that's what it is. I think people generally still have to tackle the same challenges. They just might have to address them in a slightly different way. So it's changing the way in which you deliver something and addressing the fact, obviously staying current to the situation as well. So I think actually it's just minor tweaks people need to do, and actually they can really capture an audience, basically like what Joe Wicks has been doing.
Yeah, really, really clever. And it's the same. I saw another sort of really well-known entrepreneur. He does a sort of 2 or 3 day annual conference each year. Hundreds of thousands of people go to it, or thousands of people go to it. It's really interesting. It's always in Birmingham, just in case you might know who that is. He's one of these sort of Marmite characters. You either love him or you loathe him. And but he did the whole lot online. He pivoted his business, did the whole lot online, and then he offered it free to people who I used to be in his membership. I'm not in his membership now. He offered it free. He did this online course, and actually it was really good. It was an online event to replace his sold event. I watched it yesterday while I was writing the COVID-19 stuff, and it was really, really interesting, super current. And what he's done is he's got a paid membership for people who can afford it. He's offering a bursary of 50% off for people who were struggling but still going during COVID-19. And then he's offering 100% free bursary for people who really are up the creek without a paddle and need his help. So he's going to help them free of charge in amongst his membership with everybody else. And again, really good marketing, really good ways of helping the small business community without compromising his own business model. What he's doing is helping during these times of crisis. So when they come out of the crisis, they'll all go on to a paid membership. So it's really, really clever, and I really like that.
Yeah, I think that one's genius. I think.
Yeah, I think so. And he's made it absolutely clear that these offers are time bound. So
Yeah,
they're free now. If you're really struggling, he'll help you, and you can get involved in his community, and you can have access to all of his resources. But come the end of the crisis, you either join or you pay or you leave. So really, really clever. And again, not sure how he's going to manage that, but you know, that almost doesn't matter. That's almost sort of cursory to what's going on. The point is, he's made his offering more interesting, and it's accessible by people who can afford it, people who are going to struggle to afford it, and people who need it but have no money to afford it because of the current situation. And he's made himself relevant to those whole group, all three of those groups.
Yeah.
So,
And I'd be curious to hear what everyone else is doing in terms of how they're expanding their offering. Because I think there's so much we can do. I mean, like, obviously, the word that's been plastered around quite a lot at the moment is free. And I think not everything has to be free. I think there has to be some sensitivity to the fact that, obviously, not everyone's going to be able to afford everything now. So you've got to make sure that if you are doing a chargeable service, you're maximizing what people are getting. But actually, in this environment as well, when you do offer something for free, I think it does go a long way, and I think people do appreciate that.
well, I think there's a really fine line, isn't there? So there's an element where, you know, having free groups, having free services, having free giveaways and products and things like that is fine, but could also quite seriously compromise your own business model. So if we, as small business owners, get too used to asking for stuff for free and giving stuff away for free, none of our businesses will survive in the
No.
current environment. So maybe one of the ways I looked at it last week is, in order to keep our business going and to make sure that I don't have to furlough you and Tom, we need to maintain a certain level of our fees. So we can help. Some customers are going to go by the wayside and some are going to struggle. Some that have bricks and mortar, face-to-face, people-related businesses are going to struggle to move forward and take their businesses online. Thankfully, that's only a tiny element of our income. So we might be able to help them, but we might have to help them for free. But in order to do that, say half or 2/3 of our customers need to maintain their fees at a level that allows us to keep going. So of course we've done our bit to cut our costs and to manage our cash flow, but what can we do as accountants to help our clients stay in business? Well, they're all working from home. So we've looked at the systems and the processes that they're using. So it's our job at the moment to make ourselves more useful to our clients so that they can keep earning the money to keep paying our fees. Now, fortunately, as accountants, that's probably easier for us to say than it is for some others to do. But again, what I'm trying to do is give you an idea of some of the things that we've done or we're doing to help with our clients that you might then be able to use to help your clients. So say, for example, everybody's working from home. They're all struggling to run their businesses from home. Everybody needs to know their numbers. And we as accountants push this so much. You need to know your numbers if you're going to run a business and you're going to be able to manage a business profitably and make informed decisions. So we've pushed again on the online tools. We've pushed again on keeping management accounts up to date. It's even more useful, important, relevant for all of our clients to have access to Receipt Bank, to make sure they send us all their bills and receipts electronically, because then, you know, we don't see any of them. Not that very many of them do actually send us paper receipts, but making sure that even those who bring in paper receipts to their in-house bookkeeper have Receipt Bank, so that they can pass that information to their in-house bookkeepers rather than having to give them physical paperwork. And we've made that a service that we are giving to our clients. So we have a partner receipt bank account, so we can share that with them at sort of little or no charge during this crisis. It won't change the amount we have to pay receipt bank, but it might make that job easier for the client, and then we can review those fees after the crisis.
Yep.
Cash flow and keeping on top of credit control all of a sudden is probably one of the most important activities in the business. So we use Chaser for automated credit control, and then we have Tom, who is awesome at doing the phoning credit control. He's really good, he's really direct, he's to the point, whereas you and I, quite frankly, are a bit rubbish at credit control because we're too nice.
Yeah. We're too, I'm going to say gentlemanly, too British. That's the way I'm going to.
If you're not terribly inconvenienced, would you mind at some point perhaps just paying this bill for our client? Whereas Tom is completely on it. You know, this bill is overdue. When are you going to pay it, please? And he takes no rubbish from anybody. He's awesome.
He can get the same statement out in 3 seconds that takes us 15.
Yeah. So, but again, credit control, you want to get weekly automated, polite, persistent reminders out to all of your customers so that you're always front of mind. You're always on the list of things to pay, especially when their cash flow is drying up or is limited or needs to be conserved and spent carefully. You want to be front of mind. So let Chaser, for what, 20, 30 quid a month, do all the automated stuff, so then you can phone the stragglers and you can stay on top of those. Or you outsource it to your bookkeeper or accountant so they can do it, so then you can focus on customer delivery. One of the things I've noticed, certainly last week, online banking is becoming a nightmare. The online banks, Lloyds and Barclays in particular, were so slow last week and kept timing out, kept crashing out, that I couldn't make all the normal payments that we make on a Friday on the Friday. So I did them on Saturday. Now, it took me half an hour on a Saturday to do the same number of payments it took me 3.5 hours on the Friday to do. So that's not sustainable going forward. And if that's being a pain for me, it's being a pain for all the clients that are sitting at home trying to make payments, trying to pay staff, trying to pay suppliers, on top of everything else they've done. So I've been talking to a Xero partner called Telaroo. We set a client up on Telaroo last year and it's working quite well for them. Well, Telaroo have transformed their offering, they've reduced their fees, they've increased and improved their integrations with Xero, and the guys at Telaroo are, we're going to do a guest spot with them and do a recorded webinar with them, like a Q&A. How does it work? What does it do? So one of the things that we can do is help our clients make their payment processes easier. So even if they've got, you know, vast payrolls where they're manually, and we do have quite a few clients with payrolls where, you know, the payments have to be manually uploaded each week, we can automate half of that and save hours in this upload time. We've sent, one of the things we can do as accountants is we can help our clients manage their costs. So last week we went through all of the clients that we do the bookkeeping for and looked at all of their direct debits and all of their recurring sort of software as a service, their trainings, their subscriptions, and sent them a list of everything so that they could review it and think about which ones they needed over the next few months to maintain the business and which ones they could cancel. So we're trying to be proactive in helping the client make their business more cost effective. So there's quite a few things like that that we've done to try and help our client need us more. So that's the question for you. What can you do to help your clients need you more and want you more during this time when they're in crisis?
Yeah, it's just about addressing a need that's perhaps changed as well. But actually, we've said it a few times before, the clients probably still have the same challenges. They probably have new challenges or different challenges as well. So it's really, yeah, it's just evolution, isn't it? Well, I'm going to say revolution because it's quite sudden.
I don't know. It feels like a bit of a backward step at the moment, but it's also an enormous opportunity to, you're forced to streamline, you're forced to work more effectively, you're forced to work from home, you're forced to change the way that you're looking at life, at business, at, you know, the entire universe has just sort of flipped on its head and is different. So
Mm.
the ones that are going to survive are those that adapt and look forward, and the ones that are just going to fall by the wayside are those that panic and procrastinate and stop.
Yeah, it's
So
preservation, and the idea is that when we're out of all of this, there's going to be repercussions. It's not going to be the case of the government say, "All right, everyone's back out, the world is back to normal." It's going to take months to rebuild,
yeah,
and if you haven't developed your business in that time when there's a bit of a slowdown, then when you come out of it, someone's already going to be running ahead of you when you're walking. So it's about making sure that you're on the front and you're ready to go the second all of this has started resetting back to normal life.
yeah, absolutely. Right, so great job, Harry. I think that's enough from us today. So we've rabbited on for 20 minutes instead of our planned 10. We are a bit rubbish at
The
timekeeping.
environment's just so interesting at the moment, though.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. It's interesting, it's challenging, it's exciting in so many ways because it's all change, and then it's equally, terrifying at the same time because you just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
it's it's incredible. So challenging times. So send us some likes if you've enjoyed this, some hearts, whatever it is that you can see. Be really interested to get some feedback on this. Even more interested to know what you're doing in your business to adapt your offering to your clients. So that's it from us today, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.